Hello, friends, and welcome to day 2 of our 10-day live stream. I'm glad to see you. If you are tuning in on YouTube, let me know. Drop where you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in on Facebook, take this time to share this on your timeline or in a group that you belong to that you think they would appreciate this. Today, I'm really excited. We're going to go over a couple of things, and this is all about techniques for beginners. So there's 5 things that I want to cover today, kind of as a mini lesson, even. So welcome everyone. Yeah, I see people are starting to pop into the chat. And yesterday, not all of the comments came through. I'm not sure, but I did go back on Facebook and reviewed everything. Hi, Linda, Jerry, Mike, Richard, Nioka, Betty. Oh, it's great to see you guys here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, good, good. We're getting more folks in the room here. I feel like I'm on Zoom. This is normally how it goes when we do these types of things. So today, the 5 things we're going to focus on techniques for beginners. And even if you're beyond the beginner stage, these are things that you can always review and analyze and look at how you're using them in your flute playing. So I set up a little exercise to go through, and we're going to be looking at a song. So I want to introduce a couple of things and then tie them together. Okay, so the flute that I'm going to be using today. Oh, by the way, let me tell you about the first flute. This first flute was in the key of E, E as in echo, and it's made by John Norris. This was a custom flute that we did for Johnny's Jolly Days of Christmas, and we had a limited number of those. Really beautiful flute. Today I'm going to use this flute. It's by Butch Hall. It's a little horse flute in the key of A. This is one that I start most students out on, so today I wanted to tie back to that beginner one. This is also the one that we use in the Beginning Your Journey course. And so this one has the key of A flute, has a lot of utility in it as well. So we're going to be tying this into learning some techniques for beginners, which we do cover in the Beginning Your Journey course. Which is on Horizons Plus and Horizons Flute School. We're also going to be looking at a song from the songbook Songs, 12 Modern Melodic Songs for the Native Flute. This was the first book that we put out, I believe, back in 2020, maybe 2021. Last 3 years have felt like the same year in a lot of ways. So I wanted to play a piece of a song called With a Light Heart without any embellishments. And for some of you, this is where you're at when you're looking at technique. You're just not quite there yet. Like, you know them, maybe a couple. I'm going to try to play this phrase without any of the techniques. And then I'm going to come back and play it with. And then we're going to look at what I did different. Okay, see if you can spot the difference or hear the difference. All right, this is without. I want to make this fair, so I'm going to turn on the reverb. Okay, pretty nice little melody. There's got a lot going for it, but it's lacking a little juice. It's lacking maybe a little spark. So how do we turn it up a little bit? How do we add that flavor to it? Well, let's do that now, and then I'll tell you what I did. A little bit more life. The reverb, Linda asked, what reverb is that you're turning on? I have a pedal on the floor here that I can turn off and on, and I use it when I do flute stuff on YouTube and in programming and stuff like that. And we'll be covering this, I believe, on day 8. We'll go through some recording gear. This is not really a piece of recording gear, but it is a piece of live gear. We'll cover that a little bit later, so tune back in for that one. So What are the elements that I added to this? And if you know, drop those in the comments. Uh, and I'm going to go ahead and go through those 5 things that as a beginner, these are 5 easy techniques. One does not feel like a technique because it just doesn't seem like anything, but it's very important, probably more important than the rest. And it takes practice, just like the other ones. So, the first thing, tonguing. Second thing, bending. Third thing, popping. Fourth, fading notes. And fifth, space. That's the one that you don't think is a technique, but it is. So, tonguing brings articulation. Bending brings a level of grace to your playing. The pop adds interest to that phrase or that movement. Fading notes shows control. And space is all about intention, demonstrates that intention. Okay? Not to rush, not to get excited and blow right through the space. So let me play it for you again, and then I'll show you some of these techniques, okay? There's not a ton of space in there. It's a pretty quick moving piece. The reason I chose With a Light Heart, it is, while it has a little bit more rhythm and speed to it, it is using only the notes found in the basic scale. So if you're a beginning flute player looking for a melodic song to play without a lot of funny stuff in the upper register or any cross fingering or half holes, that's a great choice for you, and that's found in the songbook. Tonguing, very simple to explain. It's a matter of just saying t into the flute. You can also experiment with saying duh, and in some cases, na, as in Nancy or Nana. Each one of those draws a little bit softer of a sound, whereas the t is really articulate and really adds a lot of flavor. Bending. Okay, bending notes is typically I like to bend notes up. You can also bend notes down. Some people call this sliding. It's the same thing. So I like to push and lift when I move through a note. Some like to land. That one takes a little bit more work to be a little more accurate with. It's bending. It's going to add a level of grace to your playing. If you're finding that your sound is choppy, like real staccato and choppy, try adding bending in certain places, and that'll kind of alleviate some of that choppy sound. The pop, this one is real easy. This one you got to have a little bit more bounce with it. So I take my index finger, some like to use their middle finger on the top here and lift and put back down. You have to be quick. Do not lift way up high. The higher you go away from the flute, the longer it takes for you to return to it. This is a very quick move, and you want the work to be on the knuckle, not by curling. So a little tip here is to keep your hands, your fingers, flat like an F and not curled like a C. I'm always unsure which way this ends up showing for you guys. If it's like this, no, that's for me, so it's going to be like this for you. So don't curl, flatten like a capital F. Okay, fading notes. This one seems very easy, but does take work, and don't let the reverb distract you, because reverb has a way of just kind of dropping the note and sustaining it for a while and then fading it out. You want to show that you're in control, so you fade notes. And fading out should not be the result of you running out of breath. Okay? So I can always tell when you're kind of sputtering. You don't want that. You want a nice, clean fade. And then space. Just like in public speaking, there needs to be space and pauses at the right time. Same thing in music. Depending on the piece of music that you're working on, you may not be able to add all of these elements, especially space, unless it's cooked into the piece. But in your improv, you should be aiming for these. Now, I know I go through these things pretty quickly. You can always revisit this. I do have a 4-day embellishment walkthrough that you can go through that teaches you some of these. It's completely free. I also have, we teach these things in the Beginning Your Journey course, which is also a part of our membership. And then we have a whole embellishments course too called Achieving Embellishments, which goes through so many different embellishments, over 30, that you can put into your flute playing. So I'm not done yet because I want to do one other thing. I'm going to play this song with the track on our way out today, but I'm not quite there yet. I wanted to also let you know that we have a membership program, and right now we're enrolling as many students as we can into our Horizons Plus family. And with this, we've returned to Founders Rate just until July 10th. And we're going to send you a free t-shirt. You're eligible to get a free t-shirt like the one I'm wearing here as well. Yesterday, after our live stream, we welcomed many new students, and we would love to have you in our membership as well. And you get stuff like this, like we're doing today, but also way more. We have live Q&A sessions with me. So if you're stuck on something, you're welcome to bring those to the table. We do one topic a month that is a little more structured, and then we have one called Roadblocks and Revelations, where you bring your burning questions about your flute, your song, anything you can bring to the table for that. We have 2 monthly flute circles where we all get together on Zoom and we share and play music. You get access to courses. We have so many things in there. I even bring in colleagues of mine to help teach one workshop per month that you get access to. So please visit the link somewhere around this video and check that out. If you're not a member yet, don't hesitate. And yesterday I got the question of, I'm just a beginner. I have one flute and I'm kind of new to this. This is the perfect place for you, whether you are picking up the flute today or yesterday, or 20 years ago. We have stuff for you. We have lots of stuff. And the people there are wonderful. The members in that group, I can't explain it. It's like the family that you really want and you're not just stuck with. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad, all my family, but you know what I mean. So I want to take this moment and I want to play for you a song of mine from this songbook. It's called With a Light Heart. This was, again, just using notes in the basic scale. And as I play this song, just pay attention. People love watching my fingers. You can't see what my tongue is doing, and you can't see what my breath is doing, but you can hear it. You can hear the difference. Just like today, we did that short example of with and without embellishments. Embellishments are not the answer to everything, but they do add a little zest and spice to your flute playing. So friends, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to play you out. And if you have any questions whatsoever about Horizons, about me playing the flute, about you playing the flute, the music, anything, please feel free to drop those in the comments below. So here we go. This is, oh, and let me tell you about this flute too. This one's in the key of C, so I won't be playing it on this flute. It's in the key of C, made out of birch. This is a high spirit flute. And this was a signature flute that High Spirits and I worked on many moons ago, and has my little flute player with a baseball cap on. That was a prior logo / brand for me. And some people are asking in the chat if this will be available after. Yes, this will be available. We're going to keep these on YouTube. You can review them, all 10 of them. So we're only in day 2 today. Look at, when you go to my channel, if you go and look at the live section of videos, you'll see that there are 8 more coming up after this one. And so that'll complete our 10. All right. Here we go, friends. Thanks for being with me here today. Oh, what fun it is. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. Thank you for being here today. I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's broadcast and another whole week of broadcasts after that. So thank you all. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow.